My name is Chris, and welcome to Anime Debate, the show where we compare, review, and discuss anime. This week's video is all about The Promised Neverland. Easily the best anime of the season. To be honest, I'm a little depressed knowing that was the last episode, because if you watch this show, you know it is a slow burn. Every single episode is paced out as such so that you end on a cliffhanger. There is a twist in every episode, there is a cliffhanger in every episode, and you're left waiting for the next one every single time. To be honest, I wish they didn't make this a series. I wish this was just a movie. I really wanted to see the whole story play out, because season 2, I have no idea what they're going to do. And knowing I have to wait probably a year is gut-wrenching, but I don't have a choice. Now, to warn you guys, this review will contain spoilers. We will talk about everything and anything that happened in the show, and I want to hear you guys kind of sound off in the comments down below if you watched it. So for people that just want to know, is it worth your time, I'm going to tell you right now, yes, season 1 is absolutely worth your time. It is a phenomenal anime, if not the best of the season. It is easily my favorite. I love JoJo, I love Slime, I love everything else that came about. But this is just the standout favorite. Between the animation, between the acting, between the suspense, and just the overall production value of this show, I can't tell you I would recommend anything else. Now, let's jump into spoiler season where we talk about other stuff. So, what made the show so good? Well, frankly, to me, it was everything. And even the things that made me frustrated. The thing that made me the most frustrated was the pacing. I feel like every single episode, a little tiny thing happened at a time, but each tiny little thing was really important and very incremental to the story. You know what I'm saying? So like, you're watching and you're like, okay, they're talking, okay, they're taking time for ambiance, okay, they're building this out. And you do appreciate it because it's really, really, really well done. But you also want to know what happens next because the story is so damn engaging. You're like, okay, what's next? What's next? What's next? What's next? What are they going to do? What are they going to do? What's going to happen? It took them an entire 12 episodes to get out of the orphanage. And you're like, oh my God. For those who don't know, the show is about kids who live on an orphanage who think they're just, being, raised until someone adopts them. And then some of the kids find out that essentially they're not being raised to be adopted. They're being raised to be eaten by monsters. Literally, this is a monster ranch where they're being raised for food. And the smarter you are, I think the bigger your brain is, the more delicious you are. So the kids that show the most potential will get to last longer on the ranch because their brains are juicier. So like the older kids who are also the smartest figure out this whole secret and then make a plot to get off of the orphanage. And it's very daunting because immediately when you go, okay, they figured it out. Okay, they know what it is. There's a bridge. There's a thing they can get off. It's cool. It's easy. And they make this whole plot. And then you find out that they're over a giant cliff, and literally the bridge is the only way off the I'll call it an island for now, but off the island. And it's like, oh God, what are they gonna do? What's gonna happen? And then like the mom who runs the house is like, well, I know what you guys are doing, so I'm gonna send out the smartest one of you to be eaten. His name is Norman. And Norman gets sent out, and everyone's sad about it, and it's really depressing. And then you just assume he died, but his facial expression when he walked into the room when they escorted him out doesn't tell me that he died. I really don't think that Norman died. I really want to say that he was so smart that they decided they needed him on their side versus just having him, eating for juicy, delicious foods. You know what I mean? I don't know. I feel like Norman was able to either talk his way out of this, or he struck a deal with Mom before he was released. So he did something. I know he did something. And here's the thing too. You find out in the last episode, which we just watched of the season, that the mom and pretty much any woman that is chosen to live to her adulthood is actually used literally as a mom. They literally use them to have the children. So all those kids that are intermixed on the orphanage all belong to either the mom that we have currently running the home or other moms that are literally just like, birthing tents. So there was an offer at one point for the redhead girl to become a mom next. And she chose instead to, not do that. She goes, no, I'd rather die, that kind of thing. But Emma doesn't actually know. The girl's name is Emma. Emma didn't actually know that was her fate if she chose that choice. So it's really interesting. But I really do think, though, that maybe Norman is being chosen for male breeding because they have to get male semen from somewhere to have these babies. They have to. They can't just, have some semen hanging out. I mean, maybe they could go to, I don't know, maybe in this universe they have sperm banks, possibly, but I really, really doubt that. I think they need to have, like, high-quality children to produce these high-quality, brains. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it for a second. Like, if you want to produce really intelligent children who are going to make delicious meals, especially the brains, you're going to need really intelligent parents. So my guess is that Norman was chosen due to his aptitude to be something else other than food. I think it's rare, but I think it does happen. It's a little bit of a convoluted thought, though. So we'll find out, I'm sure. Honestly, this show is so good that it makes me want to go read the manga so I can get ahead of it. Because I'm just like, I cannot believe that that's where they ended. I can't believe they ended where the kids get off. The kids literally are free. The kids are like, yeah, we figured it out. We did a thing. We even have a plan to save the younger kids later. It's kind of like, you know what, you guys have only so much time. So, instead of you guys, like slowing us down, how about you get smarter like we did and then make your own escape plan based on what we laid behind us? It's so smart. I never would have thought that was their way of saving all the children. I really did think they were going to have to make like a giant sacrifice and just go, some kids just gotta die. They just gotta do it. Throughout the season, though, we saw other characters. The Sister Crone came in. She was a black character. I really liked her. I was absolutely shocked that she died. I was like, what? Are you serious? Really? Like, I did just like that. I was just so surprised that they actually killed her. When you look at the promotional material, when you look at the opening, the OP, you really think she's going to be around for a while and be a very menacing character. And instead, she's actually one of the reasons the kids are able to survive and plot their plan. It's so amazing. Like, it really does speak to the aptitude of the way they're able to throw you off with even things like the opening title card with this show. They're very smart and calculated with the way they pull this off. I know I mentioned it earlier, by the way, but the animation in this thing is absolutely beautiful. It feels like I'm watching a movie and not just an anime series. I really wonder how much it cost to produce this thing. It had to be a lot. I really hope in the next season, though, we get more episodes. And to be completely honest, I almost don't want that. I kind of want them to just do a movie. Like, please give me a movie of the happenings of this freaking thing, because I don't want to wait. I really don't. And now it's probably my biggest complaint is that, like, every episode is very pathed out. And you're just, like, with bated breath. You're like, okay, what's next? Oh, my God. Okay, what's next? Oh, my God. You're going to end it like that? Oh, my God. You're going to end it like that? Oh, my God. Every single week it was the same freaking thing. And that's because it's so good. I don't think I've been this engrossed with an anime in years. I think maybe Attack on Titan was probably the last one I did that with. And to be completely honest with you guys and transparent, I haven't caught up with Attack on Titan since it came back. I just haven't. It's like after waiting like I think 2 years for the new season, I was like, I just kind of like lost it. And I want to go back to it. I'm sure it's great, but this is my new darling. And in fact that I know they're going to do a second season coming literally next year makes me even more excited for it. It makes me so appreciative of the fact that they know the slow burn that this series is. And if they were to say, hey, you gotta wait 4 years, you gotta wait 2 years, that I would literally pull the hair out that I don't have. It's so freaking phenomenal. So what is my verdict? You already know it. You know it, man. This is the best anime of the season. If you like action, if you like suspense, if you like drama, this is the anime for you. It is worth rewatching after the very end. Just go back and see what you didn't know, what you know what I mean? Because there are things that kind of like are little clues, even in character expressions as the show goes on. And I really think it's worth revisiting. So I would definitely give this anime a 10 out of 10 if I have to give it any kind of rating. But really, I think it's beyond rating. I'm telling you right now, that I might be saying this a little facetiously, but this might be my new favorite anime, now dethroning Gurren Lagann, Death Note, and Steins Gate. It's really hard to say that because these have been my long stay favorite animes for a very long time, and I didn't think anything modern would do that, but this has done it. This is in the tradition of suspense drama anime. and I don't know if anything is better. I'm gonna do a comparison later of this versus Death Note. I think it's worth exploring. But my God, right now, just off the high of the last episode, I can't tell you anything different. You know, I think that, to be fair though, we need to compare full shows to full shows, not a show that just ended. But I'm already like kind of doing the headcanon in my mind, like, you know, who's the better protagonist, you know, who's the better villain, who's the better, you know, build up. Like, even finding out that the mom, you know, herself, you know, is almost like a victim. Her as a victim herself of all this stuff is even gut wrenching to a degree. You know, I don't know. I just can't say enough good things about this show. But those are my thoughts, really. I mean, I would love to hear yours. What do you think about the show? Is it your favorite? What? You know, this will be a challenge. Can you tell me the worst thing about this show? What is the worst thing about The Promised Neverland? I literally can't tell you myself. And because the only thing that my real complaint is that I just want more of it. And I even think like the slow pacing is a great thing because it actually allows you to build out ambiance and build out real suspense and build out even a moment where it's like, okay, let that paper flicker. Let it be beautiful for a minute, you know? And even with the animation being as good as it is, I don't want them to just rush past this either, you know? So it's like I can't find an actual flaw with the show. It's not predictable. It's not off the walls. It's not overly gruesome. And yet the idea is gruesome, you know? Like you paint your own story here. You know, that's just where I am with it. So if you guys like this, please watch my other videos, and I'll see you guys on the next one. I'll be doing a comparison pretty soon here of other shows, and I would love to hear what you want to see me or hear me compare next on the next Anime Debate. My name's Chris, and Anime out.